Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norain Musfira binti Duasimi and my matric number is 2021122701 and my group member which is Nurul Ainia binti Abbas, Fizana binti Muhammad Fauzi and also Ahmad Daniel Haikal bin Zailan and we are from group 15. Our question is Pak Rabu is a traditional healer. He has a stall at a local night market selling his own homemade ointment which have been proved to heal certain ailments. Recently, a reporter from a travel magazine visited the night market and wrote an article about it. Among those featured were Pak Rabu's ointment, which went under the title Magical Ointment or Killer Ointment. Pak Rabu was upset with the article, advised him as his rights. The legal issue in this problematic question is whether Pak Rabu can take action against a reporter from a travel magazine for defamation. The case falls under defamation libel.
The law of defamation in Malaysia is primarily based on the English common law principle, except insofar as it has been modified by the Malaysia Defamation Act 1957. The interest that is protected by this thought is a person's good name and reputation. Mere feelings of hurt, however, are insufficient for the award of damage under the thought of defamation. Words spoken in jest and understood by those who hear them to be so is not defamatory, as the words should not affect the plaintiff's reputation.
Defamation in a permanent form and visible to the eye, such as in written form, photographs and statues. Section 3 of the Defamation Act 1957 state that the broadcasting of words by radio communication is deemed to be a regular publication of and constitute libel. Libel can be prosecuted because a plaintiff does not have to prove any damages. This is because the law assumes that person's reputation is tarnished, causing some damage. The first element is words are defamatory. The words have tendency to downplay the plaintiff's judgment in the mind of the right-minded member of the public, so that the plaintiff prone to resentment, being shunned or ridiculed. The words are defamatory the way by innuendo is under false innuendo in this case. By innuendo is defamatory imputation does not arise from the literal meaning of the word, which means that the words by themselves are not defamatory, but by virtue of special fact or circumstance known by the recipient or reader of the word in question. A false innuendo may arise from a combination of statements or pictures. In the case of Syed Hussein Ali and Syarikat Percetakan Utusan Melayu Berhad and UMNO, where the defendant newspaper published the following statement regarding the plaintiff. It was held that through inference or implication, the words conveyed the meaning that the plaintiff was dishonest. Based on the decision of the case Syed Hussein Ali and Syarikat Percetakan Utusan Melayu Berhad and UMNO, the first element of words are defamatory in false innuendo is fulfilled when the reporter make a statement about magical ointment or killer ointment in the article.
The second element is words refer to the plaintiff. The plaintiff must prove that defendant's words are referring to him and the plaintiff believe that he is referred to. The plaintiff's reputation is affected due to the defendant's article. According to the case of Halton and Co. vs. Jones, a fiction was written concerning an Artemis Jones, the plaintiff and a lawyer in Peckham. His friend thought the story concerned the plaintiff and the defamation was established. Even if the plaintiff is not named in the words, he may be described so as to be recognized, and whether the description takes the form of a word, picture of an individual, or the form of references to the class or person which he believed to be a member. If in the circumstances the description is such that a person bearing or hearing or reading the alleged words would be reasonably believed that the plaintiff is being referred to. That will be a sufficient reference to him. Reference to the plaintiff is obviously established if the plaintiff's name is clearly stated, irrespective of whether the defendant has the intention to defame the plaintiff or otherwise. The second element is word referred to the plaintiff are fulfilled when the travel magazine reporter went to the night market and published a story on it.
The last element of defamation is the word must be published. This can be seen in the case of Ticker and Richardson, where the defendant wrote the defamatory letter against the plaintiff, a married woman and a friend of a local city county councillor. Her husband read the letter slid in the manila envelope like the letter usually used to distribute election address. Held the Court of Appeal, where it is held that the publication exists. Since the defendant sent the letter to the plaintiff address, it will most likely be opened and read by her husband and not read by him. The last element is the act is done because the word must be published. When the reporter from the travel magazine features Farabu ointment entitled Magic of Killer Ointment, the other will know when they're reading the article. This is common like the case of Ticker and Richardson.
From the element above the application, it is clear that all the required elements to prove the existence of libel. Therefore, Pak Rabu can take legal action against a journalist who has defamed him through the article.